Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie, Dip&ChewGuy, and this is an entry onto the meats playlist. Basically, the beef jerky playlist, although there will be some other things that are jerky related, but not quite jerky, thus the playlist being called meats and not beef jerky. Moving on. So we'll be taking a look at this guy because Bridgford has finally gotten back into my area after mysteriously disappearing from hangars in all the local Walmarts for over a month. We'll be starting out with their original beef jerky. This is a 2.85 net weight ounce bag, your typical hanger bag. That's basically the same size as most Jack Link's products. You have basically branding. Now, a lot of people call this product Sweet Baby Ray's. It's actually Bridgford. Sweet Baby Ray's is basically a partnership they've entered into. They're using Sweet Baby Ray's sauces to flavor the products. It's actually Bridgford beef jerky, though. This is the original. It is 100% American beef. Net weight is at the bottom, and inspected and passed by the U.S. Agricultural Department is right there, all right? It's got a hole, thus me calling it a hanger bag, and that's about it on the front. There is a window, which there's going to be a terrible amount of glare and isn't really going to give you an idea of anything. Moving around to the back. Again, 100% American beef, Bridgford at top, then Sweet Baby Ray's. Barcode is evident, made in the USA. So the beef is from the USA and it is packaged in the USA, which is always a good thing. There's a quick nutrition information, but I like to go a little bit more in depth here. So all the people that shouldn't be eating these products know it ahead of time before they end up eating these products. Like everybody's wife and girlfriend just was like, damn. Anyway, so nutrition information is the serving size is 1 ounce. There are about just slightly short of 3 servings per container. This personally for Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy is 1 serving per bag, but for the sake of nutritional information, 1 ounce is what we're going by on here. All right, so calories are 90. 10 of them are from fat. Total fat is 1 gram, which is 2% of your daily. Cholesterol is 25 milligrams, which is 8% of your daily. Sodium is 480 milligrams, which is 20% of your daily. Total carbs is 6 grams, which is 2% of your daily. All 6 of those grams come from sugars. Protein is 11 grams, which is 22% of your daily. Iron, it has an iron content of 6%. In the middle here, real small right there, is the Best Buy date, which is the 21st of October, 2022. And then right there is the manufacturer's information, which is this is made by Bridgford Foods Corporation of Chicago, Illinois. Their website is www.bridgefordfoods.com. That's www.bridgefordfoods.com. There's a little write-up on the back. Now, I'm going to do it for this one. I've, as of late, the last year or so, I've been trying to cut back from reading stuff like this because it's really basically a sales thing. You know, I'm not going to fact-check this and try to figure out if this all is right, real, whatever. But they're trying to sell you on the product. So it has Sweet Baby Ray's gourmet sauce, and then it has, since 1985, Sweet Baby Ray's simple philosophy about barbecue has guided everything we do. The sauce is the boss. And then you have the Bridgford write-up after that. Bridgford Foods was founded in 1932 by my great-grandfather, Hugh H. Bridgford. He believed that providing products of the highest quality would be the key to the company's success. More than 80 years and 4 generations later, we're still using the highest quality ingredients and signature recipes to make the best tasting products available for you and your family. Signature Baron Bridgford Jr. Is all that actually correct? Was the company incorporated in 1932? Is Bridgford still run by somebody with the last name? I don't know. But it sounds good, and that's what they were shooting for. So we're moving on. Anyway, you have a obvious cut line, and then two rip tabs, which this one's a little bit better, so I'm going to go with it. I like these products. I prefer these products. There are certain Jack Link's products that I really, really like certain ones. But in general, overall of the beef jerky lines, I actually prefer the Bridgford. So this is not an old school beef jerky. This is going to be soft and tender. It is not, for the most part, bit formed. It's not a bunch of little bits that they've compacted into like sort of a shape, because you can see the grain. The smell off it is an original beef jerky with something else, and you look at the front of the package and you see the barbecue sauce bottle and you realize what that something else is. So I'm just going to dump this out so you can see it. That's the thing that you're not going to eat. It actually says it on there that you're not going to eat that. Now, this is not made in the United States. This is made, I'm guessing, from the old style Mandarin, that this is actually made in China, this thing. But it doesn't matter because you're not going to eat it. So put that in the bag and we'll just move that off to the side. So you get a... There's quite a bit, okay? Now, I have been dealing with smaller bags as of late. The stuff is reddish, and that is about, weight-wise, your average size. Now, they are different cuts. Now, on this one and this one, I can see the grain, which means, and it's all going the same way, so that these pieces are not bit formed. Smaller stuff like this, impossible to tell. Could be, might not be, don't know. But then larger stuff like this, you can probably see the grain there. Okay, so it's a little bit tacky to touch. It leaves nothing on the fingers. It is, for the most part, fairly good sized. There is a little bit of shake, but since this is more tender stuff, mind you, this is not put forth as a tender product like Jack Link's tender. This is not that, but it is a new school product. A couple things I like about this before I actually start eating it. No refrigeration required. They say that flat out. For fresher tasting beef jerky, please consume within 3 days. But unlike Jack Link's bags, it doesn't say, if not used within 3 days, make sure you refrigerate. Which makes me go, after a certain amount of time, why does beef jerky need to be refrigerated? But not the case with this. So it's new school tender, not overly tender. But when you bite into this stuff, there is a dryness to it. It's not like it's saturated, which I like. And it's really good. I could eat this stuff literally all day. If I had enough money, I would. I'd have 3 bags of this a day. But what I'm eating a day is less than for $12 total. And that's what this runs me in a local Walmart. It's like $3.98. It's worth it. Now, if you don't like new school beef jerkies, then obviously you're probably not going to like this. But if you are okay with that, but don't want one that's overly chewy, or gummy, you might want to try this out. Because although it's not like Wild Bill's, it's not old school style. And there is a bit of a, I don't want to say rubbery, because it's not, but it has the chewy aspect, but it also has a dry aspect. It sort of has both. And that's what I like about this stuff. Some of the Jack Link's products, besides the beef not being American, or not 100%, and you having to refrigerate them for unknown reasons after a few days, some of them are goopy. They're just like, they're a little bit too chewy, too rubbery-esque. I don't find that with this stuff. It's new school tender. I'm not going to tell you it's not. It is. But you'd get a slight paper rip, and there's a dryness to when you're actually chewing it. The flavors are dead on. Now, on this channel, this is the first one that I've done, because they weren't in stores around me. But on the report, I've done Bridgford. On the Patreon before that, I did Bridgford. I'm very well versed with the product. And I'm guessing that this is widely available, like Jack Link's. It might not sell as much as Jack Link's, but I'm guessing their product line, number one, isn't as expanded as Jack Link's. That said, there's at least 6 of these. I am guessing it's fairly widely accessible, and if for some reason that's the case, and for some reason you haven't tried it, I think you should. It's a quality product. I've never gotten like a bad bag where there was like fat cuts and anything like that. That said, I have not got that from Jack Link's either. So that's what you're looking at. Here's another one. This one's doubled over on itself, but it's actually, again, I can see the grain doubled over on the end there. There is smaller stuff. All right. There is some shake. Now, this one right here, this might, well, no, this one isn't bit formed either. But I do know that they do some bit forming. It's grain at the top. I'm just not sure about this part. Quality stuff, I would recommend. I feel safe in recommending this. They have this one. They have the omnipresent teriyaki, obviously. They have a sweet and spicy, and they have a honey barbecue, and I like all of them. There is a hot one too that I believe, but I hardly ever see it. It's like the spicy with the sweet dropped off the front of it. I have not had that one, but I'm not a big fan of heat, so I might not be the person to ask on that. Anyway, this has been the review of Bridgford's original beef jerky. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless. See you soon.